Thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG. A great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Oilers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 78 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll try again with the arm here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a third and long. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And And now out comes Houston. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
Going to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got wrong and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Brandon, that's a body blow type of a run. The type of run that if you keep getting them and accumulating them throughout the game, that'll really wear a defense down as we get to the 4th quarter.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 12 yards and a first down. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things. I'm not sure they could have had a better call there for the defense. Blitz was called, and they're setting up for a draw. When you're blitzing, you're likely to beat them to the punch because they're going to take a little extra time to set up. Talking about the offensive line. In this case, you'll get into the backfield before they can get set up.
He's got time in the pocket. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part. of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll look to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Their big-bodied receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. To throw now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They come up in an offset eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. So as they take it over, we step aside. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the hometown guys with the football here to begin this second quarter of play. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now out comes Houston. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is.
And got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
That's caught inside the 20. They give him a gain of 37. And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover, because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer...
Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Take it at the 37. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And coming out now, the out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team. Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
See if they stay on the 4-yard line. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps how the guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch.
Calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Broncos defense coming back onto the field. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way. Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Touchdown, Houston. Their big-bodied receiver with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The defense working their way back out now onto their home turf. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field, essentially. And that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly what they accomplished.
Well, they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards. And now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of his first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. They'll drop the throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding time. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
So
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
People upset, but typically halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good time.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So the Broncos coming out now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Let's go! Blue, land it!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And the way that he ran last week has not been duplicated here. What gives, Charles?
I don't know. Maybe it was the big meal he took him for after the game last week. I don't know. Being a little bit facetious here, but I do know that after last week's game, the coaching staff awarded game balls to every starting offensive lineman. They're not playing to the same level this week. I don't know if they're seeing different things on defense that have really fouled things up in their blocking scheme, or if they're just not as sharp. Because right now, he's not finding the creases, can't find the gaps to get through and get upfield.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The defense once more getting set to do battle as they head back out. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over, because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And a first down screen pass, good for 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Out of the gun now on third down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now out comes Houston. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
He's got him in, complete. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Their big-bodied receiver, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that's the type of play that will give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And they'll run it here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver, 57 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Broncos a 1st down.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. And he'll bang that one through. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their big-bodied receiver, 29 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Back to throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Third and short, they'll try rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Pulled in at the 24. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 55 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. the party was over.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Let's go. Patriot. 319.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go. 319.
They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it.
There he goes left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen.
And the ball is knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now out comes Houston.
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. On play action, they'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 15 yards there for number 15.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They'll come out throwing. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's not just the offensive linemen and the guys charged with protecting him that take it personally when the franchise quarterback is dropped on the ground. It runs through the whole organization from the owner all the way down.
It's like every single time he goes down, everyone holds their breath.
Not only do they hold their breath, but they feel the hit as well. They're just trying to think of ways for it not to happen again.
And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field. But normal, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
A little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Here we go.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things? Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll drop to throw, surveying the field. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now let's go. Green 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And now out comes Houston. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel down.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And all the way down to the 26. A big off.